Hey guys, it's Dan here from Your Guitar Academy again, and thank you once again to the guys at Guitar Control for having me back. Now, over the last couple of lessons, I was showing you how to play like Jimmy Page, Dave Gilmour, and of course, Carlos Santana. Almost forgot that for a second there. Just little insights, little tips that might really help get you there with those kind of styles. Now, what I want to do today is something completely different. I want to set myself up with a little loop, little jam, all nice and clean, and I want to use those 3 licks that I showed you with those different styles of player, with those different tones and everything else, but bring them all together in my sound now. So I'm now thinking, okay, I've learned a little bit about those players and I want to make something that feels like me. Okay, so I'm going to show you the process that I go through to try and get those licks into my playing and then do some improvisation live on camera with all the dud notes so you can see how I practice that and how I try and absorb that into my playing. So let's get started with a bit of a jam track, right? So as long as we learn everything correctly, we should know what key everything was in and what scale shape everything was in. And that's crucial because now when I put a jam track together, I'm going to be in a different key to those original licks potentially. So the Dave Gilmour one was in the key of D minor, and I had this kind of pentatonic box 1. The Carlos Santana one was in the key of A Dorian, okay? Okay, so that's why it might get a bit more confusing, but I'll talk you through that. And then, of course, my Jimmy Page one was in the key of C minor. So we were all over the place, okay? But what we're going to do now is B minor. We're going to do B minor. So I'm going to start with a really sweet little kind of almost like bluesy groove, because let's be honest, the key between all 3 of these players is more like a bluesy thing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, might even give it a little cheeky some of this. A little pulse. Right. So I'm going to work first of all with that Dave Gilmour lick, which if I just pause that for a second, if you remember, sounded something like this. And then the older. Okay, so let's see if I can get that over the top of this. You have to completely redesign it. Oh, it's harder to get that 2-tone bend on a Les Paul, trust me. I can play around with that all day. Okay, so I've got the groove, definitely. I can play around with the pentatonic around that as well. My opinion, because that's such a basic kind of pentatonic riff, I'm quite comfortable getting that in there. But what about some of the themes? What about that double bend lick? Let's just see if I can get that in other positions. So rather than just doing it down here, why not try and do it up in maybe pentatonic box 3? Great. Up here. I don't want to snap that top string. So there we go. I'm kind of utilizing the lick as much as I can. Now let's try that Santana one, right? So First thing to mention with the Santana one is obviously in Dorian, okay? But the good news is that I don't have to be in a Dorian key, so I'm not in a Dorian key here, but I do remember the scale shape. So the scale shape was very much this kind of like when I was up in A Dorian. Okay. So I know this scale shape because this actually, if I put it in B, it resolves as just simply the B minor scale. So that's why it's really nice to start remembering the boxes, because I can now use that scale box, but obviously now it's acting as just a B minor scale. So okay, how about that tremolo picking? Ready? Big picture on the bends. So you can see how useful it is, right? Let's do it again. So we can hear. This is my process. I'm doing it live on camera for you guys. My process has been like, can I get that into my normal playing? And actually, that Santana one, I love that. Okay, it's all in there. What about the Jimmy Page one? Again, I'm going to pull this apart. So I love that first bit. I can use that idea of that descending little run anywhere. I can use over and over again. In fact, I bet if you go to the Santana, and so on. Okay. So that would be my process, guys. All right, so I've got those 3 licks, and yes, they're Santana when played over this Dorian thing in this style, and yes, it's Gilmour when played over this thing, and yes, it's Jimmy Page when you do exactly this, but it can equally all just be you or me. And that's what I want you guys to get out of this video. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I look forward to speaking to you again soon.